हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम माय नेम इज़ विकास अब्दुल वाला और आज हम चैट जीपीटी से कुछ सवाल पूछने लगे हैं तो आइए उनसे सवाल पूछ के जवाब देखते हैं। हेलो चैट जीपीटी।
जी, बिल्कुल। मैं सुन रही हूँ। आप कुछ भी पूछें या बताएँ जिस पर आपको तफ़सीली जवाब चाहिए, मैं तैयार हूँ। आप वीडियो के
व्हाट
लिए जो
व्हाट डज इट मीन टू फाइंड योर यूनिक वॉइस इन क्रिएटिविटी?
To find your unique voice means discovering the distinct way you express yourself, whether that's through your words, your perspective, or your creative output. It's about tuning into what makes you different, your passions, your lived experiences, your values, and then letting that authenticity guide how you communicate, create, or contribute to the world. In short, it's your personal signature, the voice only you can bring to the table.
Why is having a unique voice important for personal growth?
Having a unique voice is crucial for personal growth because it allows you to fully express who you are, which in turn builds confidence and a deeper sense of self. When you articulate your own perspective, you clarify your values and goals. This self knowledge empowers you to make choices aligned with your purpose, connect with like minded people, and navigate challenges with resilience. In essence, a unique voice is your compass, guiding you toward authentic growth and fulfillment.
How can creativity help someone discover their true identity?
Creativity acts like a mirror for the self, offering a safe space to experiment with different aspects of who you are. When you engage in creative practices, whether it's writing, art, music, or any form of self expression, you step beyond labels and expectations. This process allows you to notice patterns in what excites you, what moves you, and what feels true. Over time, that creative exploration helps you peel back layers, revealing your core identity, what you truly value, believe, and aspire to be.
What are the first steps to exploring creativity?
The first steps to exploring creativity often involve giving yourself permission to play without judgment. Start by setting aside a bit of time each day to experiment, whether it's doodling, journaling, improvising a melody, or brainstorming new ideas. You can also expose yourself to different forms of art, visit museums, listen to new music, or read genres you don't usually explore. Most importantly, be curious and patient. Creativity flourishes when you give yourself freedom and time to discover your impulses.
Can everyone develop a unique voice? How?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone can develop a unique voice because each person has a distinct set of experiences, perspectives, and values. The key is to cultivate self awareness. Reflect on what matters to you, what you care about, and what you bring uniquely to the table. Practice expressing yourself in small ways through writing, speaking, or creating, and over time, you'll refine that voice. Surround yourself with diverse influences, seek feedback, and remember that your voice isn't fixed. It grows as you grow. So be patient and stay open.
How does reading influence creative things? How does reading influence creative things?
Reading is like a fuel for the imagination. It introduces you to new worlds, ideas, and perspectives you may never have encountered. As you read, your mind is constantly making connections, comparing characters' struggles to your own, or using different narrative structures to spark new ideas. It broadens your vocabulary, sharpens your critical thinking, and gives you a mental playground where creativity can roam. In short, the more you read, the more raw material your imagination has to build something new.
What role does curiosity play in creativity?
Curiosity is really the spark that ignites creativity. When you're curious, you naturally seek out new knowledge, ask what if questions, and explore the unknown. This drive pushes you beyond familiar boundaries, leading you to experiment, take risks, and discover connections you wouldn't have seen otherwise. In this way, curiosity acts like a guiding force, constantly nudging you toward fresh ideas and new creative possibilities.
How can journaling help in finding your voice?
Journaling is a powerful tool because it gives you a private, non judgmental space to explore your thoughts, feelings, and ideas. By writing regularly, you start to notice patterns, specific themes, recurring emotions, and authentic reactions that might otherwise stay hidden. As you reflect, you get clearer on what matters most to you, what you dream about, and how you want to express yourself. Over time, this self inquiry helps you unearth your voice, making your creative expression more honest and more uniquely yours.
Okay. Does confidence come before or after discovering your voice?
That's a great question, and it's actually a bit of a cycle. In some ways, confidence grows as you begin to express yourself, even if you don't feel fully certain at first. By trying, you build trust in your ability to share your perspective. Conversely, sometimes confidence needs a little spark of discovery. When you finally recognize a truth about yourself, you feel braver in voicing it. So it's a dance. Expressing yourself builds confidence, and confidence encourages you to keep discovering your voice.
How can fear stop someone from expressing their creativity?
Fear can be a major roadblock, often by planting seeds of self doubt or perfectionism. To stop fear from silencing creativity, you can create small, safe spaces for practice where mistakes are allowed and there's no pressure to be perfect. Remind yourself that creativity is a process, not a product. Every step is valuable. You can also reframe fear as a natural part of growth and remind yourself that your voice matters, even if it's still evolving. With time and trust in the process, fear loses its grip.
What are some daily habits that improve creativity?
Daily habits can really nurture creativity over time. Start by setting aside a few minutes each morning for free writing or brainstorming. This helps loosen up your mind. Incorporate small acts of novelty. Take a different route when you walk, listen to unfamiliar music, or visit a new place. Also, build a habit of reading or consuming a variety of content each day. This gives you fresh input. And don't forget downtime. Short breaks, a walk, or quiet reflection often create space for new ideas to surface.
How can young people discover their voice early in life?
Young people can discover their voice early by giving themselves permission to explore different interests without fear of judgment. They can try new activities like writing, art, music, or public speaking and reflect on what excites them. Seeking out mentors or role models can also help, as these guides can offer support and inspiration. Journaling and self reflection are powerful too because they help young people tune into their authentic feelings. Most importantly, it's about being curious, staying open, and trusting that their unique perspective will unfold with time.
How can failure help in shaping our voice?
Failure is actually a vital teacher in shaping your voice. When you fail, you're forced to confront your assumptions, experiment with new approaches, and refine your perspective. Each setback is a chance to learn what resonates and what doesn't. As you navigate failure, you gain clarity about your values, your style, and what you want to say. In this way, failure isn't a roadblock, it's a stepping stone that guides you towards a more authentic, resilient voice.
Why is self reflection important for creative growth?
Self reflection is crucial because it helps you step back and understand your own patterns, motivations, and growth. When you reflect, you gain insight into what's working for you, what aligns with your values, and what still feels off. This clarity helps you make conscious choices, refine your goals, and stay true to your evolving identity. In short, self reflection turns everyday experiences into a roadmap for purposeful creative growth.
How can stepping out of your comfort zone improve creativity?
Stepping out of your comfort zone is like giving creativity a fresh breath of air. When you try new things, whether it's learning a new skill, meeting new people, or tackling a different kind of project, you disrupt old patterns and assumptions. This discomfort sparks new ideas because your mind is forced to adapt, connect dots differently, and take risks. In this way, the unfamiliar becomes a fertile ground for innovation, helping you unlock creative potential you didn't even know you had.
What is connection between creativity and problem solving?
Creativity and problem solving are deeply intertwined because both involve looking at a situation from fresh angles. When you face a problem, creativity lets you break out of rigid thinking, helping you imagine alternative solutions. By combining logic with creative leaps, you can see patterns others miss, experiment with unexpected approaches, and ultimately craft more effective, innovative solutions. So, in many ways, creativity is the engine that drives breakthrough problem solving.
How can storytelling help someone express their unique voice?
Storytelling is incredibly powerful because it lets you translate your personal experiences, values, and emotions into a structured form that others can connect with. When you craft a story, you shape your perspective using details, pacing, and imagery to make your voice come alive. Through storytelling, you invite others into your worldview, making complex ideas, values, or emotions more relatable. In this way, storytelling acts like a bridge. It carries your unique voice and makes it memorable and impactful.
How do role models influence creative development?
Role models have a profound impact on creative development because they show us what's possible. By seeing someone else who embodies a unique voice or creative courage, we realize that our own voice has value too. They offer a blueprint, whether it's their mindset, their persistence, or their innovation that helps us believe in our own creative potential. By observing, learning, and even being inspired by their journeys, we gain the confidence and tools to carve out our own creative path.
What are common barriers to creative expression?
Common barriers to creative expression include fear of judgment, perfectionism, and self doubt. Often people worry that their ideas won't be good enough or that others will reject them. Lack of time or routine can also be a hurdle, as creativity often needs consistent space to thrive. External pressures, like focusing too much on productivity or comparisons to others, can also stifle free expression. Once these barriers are acknowledged, though, small steps like setting a routine or embracing imperfection can help break them down.
Is creativity a skill or a talent? Explain.
बिल्कुल, तख्लीकियत सिर्फ पैदाइशी टैलेंट नहीं है, बल्कि ये
In
एक
English.
महारत है.
Explain me in English.
Of course, creativity is not just an innate talent. It's a skill that can be developed and strengthened through consistent practice and experimentation. Anyone can cultivate their creative abilities by staying curious, trying new things, and allowing themselves to grow over time. In this way, creativity is a process. Anyone can tap into it with the right mindset and effort.
Okay, thank you so much.